a quick trip up the road. We're now at the Jennette Cemetery, across from the Buxton post office and the church. Before I go into the cemetery, I want to show you, see those group of trees? My great-grandparents, Devaney Farrow Jennette and his wife Ella Gray Jennette, their old home place was there. So, just a little family history. So we're gonna make our way into the cemetery. This tour may be a little bit louder because we're right on Highway 12 and all the cars. Let's start over here with Joseph Edward Jr. and his wife, Miss Charlotte. I know some cousins will be happy to see that this morning. Now this cemetery actually holds my closest family members. My grandmother, great-grandmother, and so on. Aunts, uncles. Okay. And Josephine, Fiona, Lula, Uncle Baxter. Miss Grace and her husband Isaac, they live next door. Ruby and Waylon, there's Clarence and Leo. Come this way. Forgive the photographer. She's not doing so well right now. So I wanted y'all to read this. Love our military. Have a huge respect for them. Okay. This is my Aunt Lonely Barnett. She was actually sister to Devaney Farrow Jennette, my great-grandfather. You've often heard me speak of him. I think I need to pick up some twigs today. Okay. Now this was my Uncle Elwood. He was named after his father, Devaney. He was a character. I loved him. He was one of my favorite peoples ever. And this is my grandmother and my step-grandfather. This is Gladys and James Scarborough. Her father was, of course, Devaney. And James's father was Benjamin, and his mother was Dorcas Scarborough. They're buried there in the Price Cemetery that I've been to. And this is my Uncle Hubert. And he is one of the markers we're going to be scrubbing today. I noticed the other day it is really getting bad and really want to preserve it. Some of his descendants sent in a donation, so we're going to take care of that. And also Aunt Loney, some of her descendants sent in or are sending in a donation for that one to help keep us going with this project. Okay, so these are my great-grandparents. This is Devaney and Ella. Okay, and these are my great-great-grandparents, Isaac and Hosanna Jennette. Grandma Hosey was actually a Williams. She came out of Bateman and Axie. Sun's starting to glare a little. Harder to see. Have some old markers. Mary Midget. She was born in 1839 and she passed away in, is that 1920? You have a lot of markers. I'll get down here. Someone may need to come get me off the ground. But notice the hand with the finger pointing up. I was reading the other day in a cemetery book, that when they're pointing up, it's like their soul has gone on to heaven, gone on to a better place. So I really have a huge desire to understand what all the symbols that we see on these markers, what they mean. So I do have another book coming that will help me in that venture. We're gonna go on up and go over here. Okay, cousins Grace and Ike Jennette, they're the ones who own the house next door that I showed you at the beginning. Beautiful marker. I absolutely love the markers that have lighthouses on them for obvious reasons. Here's to being a Jennette, huh? So y'all, this is going to be the end of the tour. I'm going to get to cleaning the markers. And y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next video.